Have you ever wondered how the rich always seem to come out of every crash richer than before? While most people panic, sell everything, and pray for stability, a small group of investors quietly positions themselves for the next big explosion in wealth. Every market crash is like a reset button. It wipes out the noise, clears the speculation, and reveals opportunities that can multiply money faster than almost any bull market. But only for those who know where to look. Because here's the truth. The biggest fortunes in history were not made during booms. They were made right after everything fell apart. When the dust settles and everyone else is afraid to touch the market, that's when the smart money moves in. They don't look for the giants of yesterday. They look for the hidden seeds of tomorrow. The small, overlooked investments that can grow 10 times, 20 times, even 100 times when the world recovers. And today we're going to uncover exactly that. 15 micro-investments that could explode after the next market crash. These aren't random guesses or hype-fueled trends. They're backed by deep economic shifts, technological revolutions, and the same market cycles that have always made the rich richer. So stay until the end, because understanding these could change how you see every market downturn from now on. Leave a like, and let's dive into why crashes create once-in-a-generation chances, and where the next ones might be hiding. 1. Artificial intelligence infrastructure. Everyone talks about AI like it's already peaked, but that's only the surface. The next wave of AI growth won't come from building smarter chatbots. It'll come from building the foundation that makes AI possible. Think of it like the California gold rush. The real money wasn't made by the miners. It was made by the people selling the picks, shovels, and railroads. In today's world, those picks and shovels are data centers, chips, cooling systems, and the smaller companies building tools for AI efficiency. When the market crashes, even AI giants will fall temporarily. But the infrastructure companies behind them, the ones powering the entire digital brain, will quietly accumulate demand. Every crash resets valuations, and when the recovery begins, these small, often ignored infrastructure firms explode first. If you want exposure to the next trillion-dollar AI boom, don't just look at who's training the model, look at who's keeping it alive. 2. Clean energy storage. The world's transition to clean energy is inevitable, but the bottleneck isn't generation, it's storage. Solar panels and wind turbines are useless without batteries that can hold their power. And here's where the next micro-investment opportunity sits. Battery technology companies are the new oil fields. But instead of giant names, look for startups developing advanced lithium alternatives, solid-state batteries, or grid-scale storage solutions. These small firms often get crushed in a recession when funding dries up. But as governments pour trillions into energy infrastructure post-crash, these same names become the backbone of the future grid. Historically, every major market reset brings new energy leaders. In 2008, Tesla was a microcap company on the verge of collapse. Today, it's a giant. After the next crash, history will repeat, but this time, it won't be Tesla that wins. It'll be the battery innovators building what comes next. 3. Water technology and purification. When markets fall, people rush to what's essential: food, energy, and water. And while most investors chase oil or agriculture, water quietly becomes one of the most undervalued and powerful plays in the world. Clean water is becoming scarce, and global infrastructure to purify, recycle, and transport it is outdated by decades. Micro companies in desalination, smart water grids, and industrial purification systems could be the hidden winners of the next decade. Because after every crash, governments and corporations rebuild, and one of the first priorities is water security. The same way oil pipelines were built after World War II, water systems will dominate this century's rebuild phase. That's where the exponential growth hides. Small firms solving invisible problems that every country will soon face. And the reason these three matter most? They're not based on hype, they're based on survival. When the world resets, the only sectors that rise first are the ones the world can't live without. And these three, they're exactly that. 4. Cybersecurity and digital protection. In every downturn, something strange happens. Companies cut costs everywhere, except one place: protection. The more the world goes digital, the more vulnerable it becomes. Cyber attacks rise during recessions because chaos breeds opportunity, not just for investors, but for hackers too. Small cybersecurity firms that specialize in AI-driven threat detection, blockchain verification, or cloud identity management are sitting on explosive potential. The giants like Palo Alto and CrowdStrike will survive, but it's the micro and small cap firms developing next-gen defenses that could 10 times after the dust settles. As governments tighten digital infrastructure, and corporations rebuild their systems. They'll turn to nimble, innovative firms that can move faster than the giants. It's not just a sector, it's digital insurance for the new economy, and its demand will never slow down again. 5. Decentralized finance tools. Most people think crypto is dead after every crash, but those who study cycles know it's always in those ashes that the next wave of wealth is born. After 2008, Bitcoin was created. After 2022, decentralized finance quietly matured. The next crash will likely purge the speculative junk and leave behind real innovators building trustless financial systems, payment protocols, asset tokenization platforms, and digital custody tools. These aren't meme coins, they're micro companies creating the foundation for how global finance will actually function. And just like how the internet had its dot-com collapse before becoming unstoppable, DeFi will follow the same arc. Once liquidity returns to the system, the survivors, those who kept building, will rise like the new PayPals and Visas of the blockchain era. 6. Precision agriculture and food tech. Crashes reveal how fragile global supply chains really are, and food is always the first pressure point. That's where precision agriculture comes in. These are technologies that use drones, sensors, and AI to optimize how we grow food. Less land, less water, more yield. It might sound futuristic, but the change is already here. Small firms developing automated irrigation systems, vertical farms, and agri-data platforms will dominate the post-crash rebuild. Because when inflation makes food expensive and climate shocks reduce harvests, efficiency becomes everything. Governments and investors pour money into food security, and the companies sitting on those solutions suddenly go from unnoticed to unstoppable. Just like renewable energy in 2010, precision agriculture could define the next decade. 7. Longevity and anti-aging biotechnology. In every market cycle, there's one sector that never fully dies: health innovation. But this time, it's not just about treating disease, it's about slowing aging itself. Biotech startups are now decoding the biology of aging using AI, gene editing, and cell rejuvenation techniques. The first trillion-dollar market after the next crash could easily be longevity. Think about it. When the economy resets, governments will double down on healthcare investment, and billionaires will pour money into the science of living longer. Most biotech giants are already too big to grow fast, but tiny research firms working on senolytics, DNA repair, or stem cell reprogramming could explode once funding floods back. Crashes clean out weak players and overhyped fads, leaving room for the quiet innovators to rise. Longevity tech could be one of the most explosive wealth engines of the 2030s. 8. Advanced materials and 3D manufacturing. After the dust of every crash settles, construction and manufacturing become the heart of the rebuild. But this time, it won't look like the 1950s. We're entering an era of 3D printed infrastructure, nanomaterials, and smart composites that can self-heal or store energy. These technologies sound distant, but they're already being tested quietly in labs and startups worldwide. Imagine bridges that repair cracks themselves, or clothes that regulate body temperature without electricity. Small companies creating these breakthroughs are trading for pennies today, but when governments launch post-crash rebuilding programs and corporations hunt for cost-saving tech, they'll be in high demand. The last generation had steel and concrete. The next one will have graphene, carbon fiber, and printed alloys that redefine durability. The next industrial revolution will come from materials we haven't even fully priced yet. 9. Mental health and digital wellness platforms. Crashes don't just destroy wealth, they break confidence. They push mental health to the edge, and that creates a ripple effect across generations. That's why micro investments in digital wellness platforms, AI-based therapy apps, and brain health startups could be the hidden gold mine after the next downturn. The pandemic already proved that mental health is not a side issue. It's a trillion-dollar problem waiting for scalable solutions. In the post-crash world, employers, governments, and insurance companies will all look for affordable, accessible platforms to manage mental wellness. Most people underestimate how fast this space is growing. Just as fitness tech exploded after 2008, emotional fitness will explode after the next crash. Because when everything feels uncertain, inner stability becomes the most valuable product on Earth. 10. Affordable housing and modular construction. Every major crash leaves behind one undeniable reality. Housing becomes unaffordable for the average person. After 2008, millions lost their homes, and yet a decade later, the real estate market came back stronger than ever. But this time, the solution will look different. Micro companies working in modular housing, 3D printed construction, and recycled building materials will lead the recovery. These startups can build homes faster, cheaper, and cleaner than traditional methods, and governments will depend on them when housing crises explode again. Imagine small firms producing prefabricated eco-homes that can be built in days instead of months. That's not a fantasy. It's already happening in parts of Asia and Europe. After the next crash, when credit tightens and affordability collapses, the demand for efficient, low-cost housing will ignite a massive boom. Those who spot it early will be sitting on the next generation of real estate wealth. 11. Supply chain automation and smart logistics. When markets fall apart, the global supply chain always follows. In 2020, the world learned what happens when one missing part halts everything. But the next evolution of logistics is coming, and it's built by small, agile startups creating robotic warehouses, drone delivery systems, and predictive inventory AI. These companies are solving problems the big players haven't yet noticed. After a crash, when corporations slash costs and efficiency become survival, they'll turn to automation not as a luxury, but as a lifeline. Think of small logistics tech firms as the nervous system of the next economy. As trade rebounds and e-commerce surges again, these micro-innovators will scale faster than anyone expects. History shows the same pattern every time. When systems collapse, those who rebuild them smarter become the next giants. 12. Robotics in everyday labor. Automation isn't coming. It's already here. But the real disruption won't come from giant robot makers. It'll come from micro companies designing robots for specific industries: agriculture, construction, elderly care, even restaurants. After a crash, when labor costs rise and businesses fight to survive, these robots will move from novelty to necessity. A small company that makes harvest robots or cleaning bots could become the next industrial revolution's quiet hero. It's exactly how the 1990s internet started. Small, overlooked innovators solving niche problems before going global. Every economic reset accelerates automation adoption because it forces businesses to do more with less. This time will be no different. The factories, hospitals, and homes of tomorrow are already being built, not by humans, but by the machines humans create. 13. Space economy and satellite infrastructure. Every crash brings governments and corporations back to Earth, literally. But once stability returns, the focus shifts upward again. The space economy isn't just rockets and astronauts anymore. It's communication satellites, space-based data storage, asteroid mining prototypes, and orbit-to-Earth logistics. And here's what most people miss. The companies that support this ecosystem, those building sensors, small satellites, or launch components, are still micro in scale but vital for the trillion-dollar industry that's forming above us. SpaceX opened the door, but the next fortune will come from the suppliers and problem solvers that make space commerce possible. After a crash, funding usually shifts toward innovation that expands national influence. And the space sector is exactly that. The same way the internet reshaped the 90s, space infrastructure could reshape the 2030s. The key is not to chase rockets, but to find the firms quietly fueling them. 14. Climate resilience technology. In a post-crash world, climate resilience becomes less of a moral goal and more of an economic necessity. Floods, droughts, and fires don't pause for recessions. The companies that help cities and corporations adapt through climate mapping, smart irrigation, urban cooling, and disaster prediction systems will explode in demand. These are small firms building tools that help the world survive its own volatility. When the economy resets, trillions in reconstruction funds often go toward resilience and sustainability, and microcap innovators benefit first. This is where money meets mission. Investments that not only grow, but also protect the planet that fuels every other industry. The next boom won't just be green, it'll be climate-proof. 15. Human creativity and digital ownership. Here's the final one, and it's deeply human. Every crash kills overhyped industries, but revives one timeless force: creativity. When people lose traditional jobs, they turn to creating content, art, digital products, communities. But this time, ownership is changing too. The next evolution of the creator economy will be powered by micro-platforms enabling direct monetization, AI-driven content production, and decentralized intellectual property markets. Think of small startups building new models for digital licensing, on-chain royalties, and virtual product marketplaces. They'll become the new YouTubes, Patreons, and Spotifys, but owned by creators, not corporations. Crashes free people from the illusion of stability and push them to build independently. And the systems that empower that shift will become the backbone of a new digital middle class. The opportunity is massive because the future of work isn't employment, it's ownership. Before you scroll away, let me ask you something real. If you learned even one new idea today, just one, that opened your eyes to where smart money might be heading next, then imagine what you'll gain by staying connected. Because this channel isn't about hype or get-rich-quick nonsense. It's about learning how the wealthy actually think, move, and invest before the crowd catches on. So if you're serious about being early, hit that subscribe button right now. And if this video made you think differently, drop a like so more people can discover it too. Tell me in the comments which of these micro investments you believe has the most potential, and I'll reply personally with my take. Because remember, opportunities don't just come, they're recognized early. And those who see them first, they win the game. So subscribe, like, and comment before the next big shift begins.